in a rising market that we've seen at the highs, and we continue to see higher highs, it seems, every day or every other day, how are you going about your process of finding opportunities then for your clients?
Staying with the ones that you still have long-term conviction, but of course you're trimming names. I've owned Broadcom and NVDA for all my clients, and I've had to trim them back twice now. And there's due for another trim very soon. And so that's one thing that's just part of basic risk management, even though we have high confidence in both those names and all the things we just talked about, how long this cycle could be, you have to take profits and trim it back to a manageable size. I look at some of the newer areas and all the things that are happening in AI, whether it's an app loving, Oracle that I'm looking at here, and plus even in fintech, which I think is a bit hard because in terms of where the winners are going to be, and even crypto with stable coins, obviously the interest rate sensitives, if you believe we are at the start of an easing cycle. And that's where I've been watching Home Depot had a nice move here. It's expensive. If we really are going to see lower rates, and it remains to be seen if it's going to affect the long end. So far, last week or so has been very encouraging with long rates coming down. That could really kick off the housing cycle, which everybody's been waiting for. I mean, we're at a 40-year low in existing home sales. And so that could really jumpstart things. And a name like Home Depot and even Lowe's has caught up with Home Depot when you look at their stock performance this last 5 years. Today, I'm also looking at names like a United Healthcare or a Boeing. You look at these are great names that have fallen on hard times. Boeing has been a question for the last few years, when? But it looks like this summer, every month, they are really delivering more and more planes. And so they could be cash flow positive fourth quarter. So there's names like that that are great names that should be, once they get back on track, could really have some good appreciation. And United Healthcare is up about 40+% from its lows in August, but it's still less than half where it was less than a year ago. Got some very good news last week with their Medicare Advantage Star system, which is obviously very important in terms of your profitability, the bonuses you get from the feds, and also competition. People want to be with the higher quality ranked companies. So United Healthcare, again, has a great history and track record, and they've stumbled, but typically great companies and great managements figure out a way back. And so it can be a good risk reward to buy a stock like that here. And you don't know the timing, you don't know what's going to turn, but given their past history, probably a pretty good chance the risk reward's attractive.
Watch the full episode of Buy, Hold, Sell by clicking on the link in the description.